This is kind of big news in the Halo realm as well. The Halo TV show has been canceled, or has it? Paramount Plus is moving on from Halo, but the show's producers are reportedly shopping it around. This is coming from The Verge, who is reporting from The Hollywood Reporter, as well as Variety. This says Paramount has canceled its live action Halo series for Paramount Plus, according to the Hollywood Reporter and Variety. But if you're a fan of the show, which I'm guessing there weren't very many if it was canceled, but if you are a fan of the show and you want to see it continue, there is a sliver of hope. Both publications report that the show's producers are shopping the series around, so perhaps there will be a third season. Look, I have admitted that I was at one point in time trying to defend this series, specifically in season one, because I so badly wanted to believe that it was going to get better. I so badly wanted to believe that they could make this a good show. I wanted Halo to be a good show. Much like Star Wars, it is one of my favorite IPs. It is one of those IPs that, to me, is so simplistic in its basis and what it is, that it's a no-brainer on how you can execute it. Yet again, you have people running it and not understanding what it takes and what it actually means to run a show, run this IP. And it just baffles me to how they mishandled this show. And it started from the very beginning on where they're like, well, we're going to first make it its own separate timeline. We're going to separate it from the video game timeline. Well, first off, it didn't need to be connected to the video game timeline because it should have been separate. Like, video game is video game, TV show, TV show. You could still have the same timeline, just not together. Like that was the thing that just kind of baffled me. Like, why did you have to give it its own timeline and make it its own? Like, that was just baffling to me. But then the whole idea and aspect of, well, Chief doesn't need to wear his helmet all the time because, well, we need to show his emotion. But why? Like, we've seen many of times in film and television where characters who wear masks, who wear helmets, are able to portray emotion, or able to portray how they feel, who they are, what kind of character they are through the mask, through their acting. Yet they couldn't figure out a way to do that with Master Chief. And then in season 2, he didn't wear the armor for more than half the season. Well, we had to have him earn the armor. We had to make it like he's the Master Chief. We could, oh my goodness. Like, do you see why people get so fed up with modern day television and modern day writers? Again, Halo is such a simplistic basis of storytelling. It's a super soldier who was trained for one thing: to fight for humanity. To fight for humanity. He is given an AI who then brings the humanity out in him in his journey. That is the simplicity of the story. And that's the beauty of the story. Yet they couldn't figure that out for a television show. But we have to make it, correlate with, like, we have to be able to make a connection with the fans. Well, that's not very hard to do, because you can have throughout the show a set of flashbacks to when they're kids without the armor on, training and going through this rigorous training to become these super soldiers, to become these Spartans. And the fans, the audience, would then start to relate, start to feel for these characters and understand what they had to go through, to understand why these characters have such a connection to one another. So there's that aspect of it. The rest of it comes along just by good writing, not setting it in a separate timeline, but setting it in a timeline that is simply Halo. You have the story about the rebels and the UNSC fighting against the rebels and the civil war that's basically going on with humanity. And then discovering the Covenant and the Covenant coming in. And then they're fighting against the Covenant. And then discovering the Halo ring. And then the flood. And you just take it that route. Not all this crap about John being connected to this weird woman, and then you get Master Cheeks and they go and smash. And what was all that? That's why the show failed, because you didn't stay true to Halo. And you can't sit there and say that it was too hard to adapt Halo, because I just did it in the span of 3 minutes to adapt it for television. And that's the problem with modern writing. I just don't understand why I I don't get it. I don't get it. And the whole time, Master Chief would have had, and then you could have had Steve Downes, the voice of Master Chief, who would have been able to do the voice of Master Chief, because it wouldn't have mattered who is in the suit at all. You wouldn't have had to get a big name actor. You could have just gotten a stuntman in that suit, because you never would have had to show his face. You could have gotten a stuntman in there, and you could have just gone with it that way. Steve Downes as the voice, Jennifer Taylor as as Cortana, and you could have just gone with it. And it would have been fantastic, and fans would have loved it. It would have probably done killer numbers for Paramount Plus for seasons 1, season 2, probably would have gotten season 3, and if not more. But this is what happens. We're seeing it with Star Wars. We see it here. We're seeing it with Marvel. Why don't these companies understand? I just don't understand why they don't see it. I don't get it why they don't see it. I wish I understood why they don't see it. It's not a hard concept. It's not. I guess they had a comment. They say, "We are extremely proud of the ambitious series and would like to thank our partners at Xbox, 343 Industries, and Amblin Television, along with the showrunner and executive producer, David Weiner." Weiner. Why? 38 years old. Come on, man. His fellow executive producers, his entire cast led by Pablo Schreiber as Master Chief, and the amazing crew for all their outstanding work. Paramount said in a statement to THR and Variety, "We wish everyone the best going forward. The Halo show had its issues, primarily the fact that we never really got to see the titular Halo in any kind of detail. Some fans of the games could never get over the decision to show Master Chief's face throughout the majority of the show, something that's never been done in games. Something's never been done. And some folks were really unamused by the romance subplot between Chief and human member of the Alien Covenant, which included an unintentionally hilarious sexy. Don't even The Verge is like, look, this was bad. This was a bad show. The show's second season was a vast improvement over the first. Nah, vast? Where are you getting the vast improvement at? The season's first episode and its later depiction of the fall of Reach, a major moment in the game series, really captured the harrowing yet valorous essence of Halo games, despite not strictly following the game's canon. Season 2 also added more depth to Schreiber's Silver Team co-stars, especially Riz and Vanek. The games have done a poor job of capturing the humanity of the people under all that power armor, and that was something the Halo TV series really excelled at, despite all its other faults. Hopefully the showrunners will find a new home. No, there's no hopefully. This show just needs to end. It needs to just go away and just in a corner and just go away. Just be gone. Be gone forever. And maybe one day, they resurrect Halo as a show again. Look, Halo is in such a bad place, be it video game, be it television show. It is in such a bad place right now, and it's unfortunate because it is such a great IP. It is ripe for television shows. It's an excellent video game series. It's just been mishandled for the last 10 years. And it is such a shame. Look, Halo Infinite was not terrible. I said this last week. It has its issues, it has its faults. I wish it was better. I think it could still get better. Halo 5 and Halo 4 are what they are. We're past that, though. It's just this series needs a caring hand to guide it the right way. And hopefully soon, one day soon, it will get that care it deserves. But right now, it's just not getting it. And that's just unfortunate. That is truly, truly unfortunate. And hopefully, we see it soon. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you think about the Halo TV show being canceled. Are you okay with it? Do you wish it gets picked up? Do you think it'll find another home somewhere else? Yeah, well, Netflix pick it up. Netflix has a habit of picking up things like this. Do you think it can go there? Do you think it'll find another home? Do you want it to find another home? That's the question. Do you want it to find another home? Or do you want it to just kind of go into a corner and die and just be gone? Be gone. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button, share it around, all that jazz.